just starting training camp, but here we are in October. Field position, they'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw to DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw is Rodgers. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers looking for Campbell downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Fournette on the counter. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brent, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Oh, they're enemy territory. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now it's Rodgers. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. And he hits the upright, but it jams in anyway. But plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Distance wasn't the problem, but he did need some help from the right upright, and he got it. A little kiss and in.
Yeah, unfortunately caught on the inside of the upright, and that pushed it through. This isn't like a baseball foul pole where you hit any part of it and it counts. It's got to go through the post. If he hits it on the outside, that's no good.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Fournette, a first down carry. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in sick moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Lutz's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
64 yards on the ground for him so far.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd and 2. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Fournette running out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
He finds his target. It's Evans. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
57, Mike, 57.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Colts. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last pass run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turn.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. It's caught by Hooper. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Colts are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Fournette running right. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds his man complete. That's Harrison. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A handoff to Fournette. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Check. Lucky.
From the 31, Rodgers. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. Rodgers dumps it off to Fournette. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Pass complete to Alec Cox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 78 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Get out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Extra point now by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. One possession game. Time very much a factor How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback, because we've been in games before one team and realized they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Indianapolis,